Alright guys, I know I'm a little late to this trend, but I thought, better late than never. So today I'm going to be going over which wrestlers I believe can beat up a gorilla. Okay, we're not talking 100 gorillas, we're not talking about 100 of the same wrestler, we're talking about a one-on-one against a gorilla. Okay, that's going to be my video for today. Before we start, I want to point out I'm not including a lot of the NXT superstars. I'm including some that I've seen wrestle in matches before, but like I don't watch NXT a lot. I've only seen some clips and specific matches, so don't expect me to put all of the NXT superstars, but I'm still going to put some. So we'll be ranking which superstars can beat up the gorillas in these tiers. Okay, number one being with ease, they pretty easily beat the gorilla. Number two is most likely will, but the gorilla has a chance. Debatable is like 50-50 for the most part. Low chances, the wrestlers have a very low chance of winning, but it's still possible, but like 1%, 5% chance, Then we have Dunzo, but at least if they took a hit or two before going down for the fight. And finally, we got 2017 Girl Hawkins. Basically, as soon as they enter, you know they're going to lose. No matter what. They're just going to lose. So yeah, that's the tiers. Anyways, let's get right into the video. Alright, let's begin. Starting with Adam Pearce, who is the current Raw General Manager. Look, he can't even handle Chelsea Green. There's no way in hell he's handling one gorilla, okay? However, despite that, right, in his time in the Indies, I know he was pretty good, pretty strong, so he's donezo, but at least he took a hit or two before going down. So he definitely gave a fight, but he's done. He's done so. Next up, we got AJ Styles, the GOAT. I mean, he's an amazing guy, right? He's an amazing guy, very strong. Held his own against John Cena, who we'll get to a little later on. Trust me on that one. I'm gonna go with he most likely will. AJ Styles most likely will take on a gorilla, especially the current AJ Styles, who's all beefed up. You got the phenomenal forearm ready to go. I mean, it's looking grim for the gorilla. Akira Tozawa, he's 2017 Kurt Hawkins. There's no way in hell. Alba Fire, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. It's just not going to be in the cards for her. Alex Shelley, we're going based on their WWE work, and if I'm going to be the bearer of bad news, he hasn't even really been the greatest, but I'm going to give him the Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two, just for the fact that he won the World Tag Team or the SmackDown Tag Team Championships like a few weeks after he like came into WWE, which is impressive in of it itself. So I'm going to put him in Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two. Alexa Bliss, one of the strongest women on the WWE roster at the moment. Her sister Abigail is absolutely deadly, and because of that, I'm gonna go with most likely will. Most likely will, because we're talking about current Alexa Bliss at the moment. This isn't some 2018, 2019, 2017 goddess Alexa Bliss. This is an Alexa Bliss that loses a lot more matches than she did before. So I'm going to go with most likely will. Next up, we got Andrade. I'm going to go with a low chance. There's a low chance Andrade will, right? He's very strong. He just doesn't have the platform to show his potential yet, right? Let me just move this. So I just moved my webcam real quick. He has a low chance only because he could go against Carmelo Hayes. He's been pretty good in the Royal Rumble. He looks like he could take on a gorilla. I mean, still lose, but at least take one on better than the Raw General Manager, So I'm gonna go with low chance for Andrade here. Next up we got Angel, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. The way he's been booked, he's just not winning anything. Angela Dawkins, the current SmackDown Tag Team Champion. I'm going to go with debatable. It depends on if Montez Ford helps him out in some way, shape, or form. By himself, no way in hell he's going to win, but he's beefy enough where, like, he could possibly take on a gorilla. Actually, no, I'm going to go low chance. I'm going to go low chance just because his partner is way better and stronger. This guy, all he is really, he's just beefy, right? That's really all there is to it about him. Apollo Crews, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. So, Asuka, she's injured right now, but I'd say when she wasn't injured, she was pretty freaking strong, so I'm going to say most likely will. Austin Theory, he's 2017 Kurt Hawkins. His current, I mean, if you were talking about like a few years ago, then maybe it's debatable. But because like he's been regressed to such a low level, he's 2017 Kurt Hawkins for sure. Next up, we got Axiom, who I don't think lost a single match since he got on SmackDown, and because of that, and because of all the moves he could do, maybe like juke the gorilla out in some way, shape, or form. I'm gonna go with debatable, especially if Nathan Frazier is also with him. It's definitely debatable. This guy can outmaneuver anything, including a silverback gorilla. So that's where I'm going to put him in. Debatable right there. B-Fab is 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Bailey, she got taken out by Becky Lynch, but she's still pretty strong, but also not strong because she lost her women's championship to like Nia Jax or someone like that. So, which I guess, to be fair, Nia Jax is pretty strong. And Bailey did defeat Io Sky. So I'm going to say It's kind of hard for Bailey. I'm gonna say most likely will. Berto, no. Bianca Belair, I'd say with ease. She's probably the top women's competitor on the card right now. She's gonna pretty easily beat a gorilla, I'd say. Same with Bronson Reed. He's pretty freaking strong, and WWE make him out to be very strong. I mean, he takes people out of action for months on end. So I could see him just tsunamiing a gorilla a bunch of times and picking up a W there. Big E, he's more of a commentator now. I don't know how good he is now that his neck's messed up, so I'm gonna go with Dunzo, but at least takes a hit or two because he's beefy, right? Booker T, nah. Braun Strowman, okay. I gotta be less biased here because I know I loved him back in 2017. Current day, and he's freaking released, but I'm gonna still put him on the video because I love him. I'm going to go with it's debatable because he does put up his own against Jacob Fatu. And when we get to Jacob Fatu, you'll know where I put him. So I'd say it's 50-50 for Braun Strowman. It depends if the gorilla could do, you know, moonsaults off the top rope. It's over. Tyler Breeze, is bro even on the roster? I haven't seen him in years. 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Braun Breaker, yeah, with ease. Just gonna spear the heck out of that gorilla right there. Next up, we got Brutus Creed. I'd say Dunzo. He's kind of like just a jobber, part of a jobber tag team, and he's the worst of the two. So I'm gonna go with Dunzo, but he could definitely take a hit or two. Byron Saxton. Candice LeRae, easiest 2017 Kurt Hawkins in my life. Holy crap. Carlito, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Carmelo Hayes, I'm gonna say it's debatable. It's debatable for Carmelo Hayes. He could definitely take him on, but it also just depends on how athletic is the gorilla opposing him, you know? Can the gorilla, you know, outsmart Carmelo Hayes in any way? Can the gorilla get in the head of Carmelo Hayes? Can the gorilla attack the Miz to get in the head of Carmelo Hayes? A lot of different ways this can go. And for that, I'm going to go with debatable. Carmella, who's released 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Kathy Kelly, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Chad Gable, the heel. I'm going to say there's a low chance. There's a low chance that he could put up the win if he does the ankle lock or something like that, or the diving headbutt. But overall, I feel like the gorilla is going to destroy Chad Gable, especially because Chad Gable does lose a lot of his matches. Now, if we were talking about El Grande Americano, that's a pretty different story. But the fact that El Grande Americano was the one to kind of take Chad Gable's WrestleMania spot, I mean, it's obvious that WWE see more Americano than Gable, so I'm going to put Gable in a low chance. Charlotte Flair, I'm going to say most likely will. I'm going to say most likely will just for the fact that she lost to Tiffany Stratton, and if that gorilla can get in the head of Charlotte Flair and break her ego a little bit, it's over. She already lost, right? Chelsea Green, if she's not with her Secret Service, she's dunzo. She's dunzo, but she's going to take a hit or two. Actually, no. I don't know what I was talking about there. She's 2017 Kurt Hawkins for sure. Chris Sabin, same thing with Alex Shelley right there. CM Punk with ease for sure. CM Punk's the top guy in the business. He's going to win with ease. Now, if the gorilla were to take Paul Heyman, if the gorilla were to make Paul Heyman go on his side for whatever reason, then that's a different story, right? But for now, that's where CM Punk is. Cody Rhodes, with ease. Next time he faces John Cena on a one-on-one match, you could bet all your money that he's not going to lose there either. So, Cora Jade, she got released, but 2017 Kurt Hawkins for sure. Cruz del Toro, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Cutler James, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. We haven't seen enough of him yet. Corey Graves, nah. I'm gonna go with 2017 Kurt Hawkins for Corey Graves there. Dakota Kai got released, but I'd say she's dunzo, but she's gonna take at least a hit or two until that gorilla eventually causes another injury. Damian Priest, he's been pushed crazy. He's been crazy strong lately, and because of that, I'm gonna say he most likely will. But he can maybe hit the gorilla with a South of Heaven, maybe cash in on the gorilla, something like that. Most likely will, but there's always a chance because Damian Priest, for some reason, always loses some random matches. So, Dexter Loomis, dude, where is the Wyatt 6? Speaking of which, I'm going to say 2017 Kurt Hawkins because, actually, no, I'm going to say Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two just because of the fact that he's a supernatural character and he could do some shenanigans. Dominic Mysterio, our current IC champion. I'm going to say low chance, but if the Judgment Day does help him out, then there is a possibility, a very, very minimal possibility that Dominic Mysterio wins it. Dragon Lee, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. I mean, he got unmaxed by El Grande Americana. Come on now. Drew McIntyre. I'm going to say most likely will for Drew McIntyre just for the sole fact that, like, if you get in the head of this guy, right, he is focused on taking you out. And if the gorilla could somehow get one of his mates to get in the head of Drew McIntyre will focus on the wrong gorilla and thus, you know, just absolutely destroying Drew McIntyre at the end of the day. So, Ellen Prince, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Eric Rowan, again for the supernatural part. Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two. Eric, I don't see the. I'll give him something. I'll give him Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two just because he was a world tag team champion. Ethan Page, I have seen this guy wrestle, so I will put him on here. I'm gonna say low chance. There's a low chance he might fall onto the gorilla while the gorilla's knocked out and ultimately pin the gorilla. But Finn Balor, this one, right? He has not won very many matches this year at all. Again, this also depends on if the Judgment Day is involved. If the Judgment Day is involved, power-wise, Finn Balor is stronger than Dominic Mysterio. So I'm gonna put it in debatable. If he were to bring out the Demon, I'd probably lower than debatable because the Demon has been regressed to a jobber, honestly. Next up we got Julia, who's currently on SmackDown. Hasn't really had much of a proper feud yet besides with Stephanie Valcour. I'm gonna go with a low chance just because she won the NXT championship right when she got there, so it's definitely possible. Grayson Waller, 2017 Kurt Hawkins for sure. If Austin Theory is 2017 Kurt Hawkins, Grayson Waller definitely is, you know. Gunther with ease. I know he lost to Jey Uso, but snapping that out of my mind like Thanos, okay? It's like that it never happened, okay? Gunther is winning with ease. Ilya Dragunov, he lost to Jey Uso. He got injured. That's all I really saw of him. Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two because that guy is crazy from what I've seen. Ivar, low chance just because he had a nice little singles run before Eric came back, but like he can move for sure, but I don't think it's in the cards, you know. Ivy Nile, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Io Sky, I'd say with ease. Jacob Fatu with ease, dude. Like the top of the card with ease. Like he's not losing. Why would he lose against like a friggin' gorilla? Okay, Jacob Fatu has the power of 5 gorillas. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not losing to a gorilla there. Jade Cargill, I'd say most likely will. I can't say for sure with ease because we haven't really seen a win in a rivalry that kind of could solidify her and is like a guarantee. We've only seen her beat Naomi, who, no offense to Naomi, but like isn't really that big of a deal, so to say. So I'm gonna say most likely will. Jada Parker, I've seen wrestle. Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two. Jasper Troy, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Jasmine Nix. Who is that? Hold up. Give me a second here, guys. Yo! She's hot. But I'm gonna go with 2017 Kurt Hawkins. JD McDonough, no, low chance. He's not better than Finn Balor whatsoever. However, he does do some pretty cool moves. He does a cool Canadian Destroyer, and because of that, he's in low chance. He's definitely possible if he does enough Canadian Destroyers. But like, I don't know, the gorilla could just easily beat him there. Javon Evans, he is very athletic, very bouncy. But will it be enough for a gorilla? I don't think so. So I'm going to put him low chance. Actually, no, because he pretty easily won the rivalry with Ethan Page, I'm going to put him in debatable. Because, you know, he could just make the gorilla tired enough and then, you know, eventually, whatever, you know? It's possible. Jey Uso does not deserve the title with these. Even by himself, he's going to get that plot armor against a gorilla. Jimmy Uso, can't say the same about Jimmy Uso. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to say Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two. Joe Quinn Wild, yeah. Joe Gacy, Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two. My boy Joe, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. John Cena with ease, right? He's like up there with Jacob Fatu. Like he's, especially now that Super Cena's back. Johnny Gargano, Dunzo, but he's going to definitely take a hit or two for sure. Jordan Grace, I'd say it's definitely debatable. Julius Creed, the better of the Creed brothers, and for that, and because of the fact that I put Brutus Creed in Dunzo, I'm going to put Julius Creed in low chance because he is the better athlete. Kairi Sane, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Karrion Kross, I know he's getting more popular lately, but like in-ring wise, like we haven't seen him. I know he wrestled on main event, but main roster wise, no idea. And when he did, he more likely than not lost most of the time. But I'm going to say Dunzo, Katana Chance, and Kaden Carter are both in 2017 Kurt Hawkins. No way in hell they're winning as soon as they step in there. Kevin Owens, I'd say most likely will, but like, it seems like if there's any stipulation involved, he's going to lose, you know? Exhibit A and B being against Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble and Sami Zayn at the Elimination Chamber, you know? And he most likely would have lost against Randy Orton at WrestleMania, which probably would have had a stipulation as well. So I'm going to say most likely will, but if there's ladders involved, if there's barbed wire chairs involved, that's a different story. Kiana James, she's injured right now, but 2017 Kurt Hawkins, she's a jobber. Kit Wilson, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Kofi Kingston, the current Raw Tag Team Champion. I'd say honestly, there's a low chance he could possibly win. Maybe low blow the gorilla. Maybe talk about the gorilla's friends that broke his neck to get in his feels, something like that. LA Knight, I'd say it's debatable. It's debatable. I mean, he lost to Jacob Fatu, which fair enough, right? But by the end of the year, it's definitely going to change to most likely will or with ease. But for now, and the fact that he was the one that got pinned in the Backlash Fatal 4-Way, I'm going to go with debatable for LA Knight there. Next up, we got Lexus King, 2017 Girl Hawkins. He's a jobber in NXT. You can't get much worse than that, you know. Lillian Garcia, 2017 Girl Hawkins. Liv Morgan, look, if she could kiss that gorilla, she could infatuate him and win with ease. So because of that, I'm gonna go with ease. She's also the current women's tag team champion. So Logan Paul, I'm gonna say it's debatable for Logan Paul. The gorilla could definitely win against Logan Paul. Maybe if the gorilla deletes his YouTube account or gets in his head about his wife or something like that, then there's a possibility, right? There's a possibility. But Logan Paul also, he's like really talented in the ring, so it's also possible that Logan Paul could outmaneuver, do a bunch of moves on the gorilla and knock him out. Gold. Next up, we got Ludwig Kaiser, who is a jobber. I'm gonna say 2017 Girl Hawkins at the moment. Lyra beat the ever-living crap out of Becky Lynch, the only Intercontinental Women's Champion, and because of that, I'm gonna say most likely will. Amazing technical wrestler. It's definitely possible. But like, if you were to compare her to like, you know, Bianca Belair or Io Sky or Liv Morgan, she's not on their level, so she most likely will. But there's a chance that the gorilla might take the cake. Maxine Dupree, 2017 Kurt Hawkins for sure. Michael Cole, he has balls stepping up to Gunther, but like 2017 Kurt Hawkins, baby, let's go. Michin, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. The Miz, I'm gonna say there is a low chance. A low chance. Bias aside, there's a low chance. Okay, if he could get in the gorilla's head and hit that skull crushing finale, as long as there's no bear involved, you know, if you guys remember that feud, then I think there is a chance that Miz wins. It's a low chance, but like Montez Ford, the better of the Street Profits, I'm gonna say it's debatable. Miles Bourne, isn't this guy the Randy Orton lookalike that moves exactly and looks exactly like Randy Orton? That's crazy. I'm gonna go with I haven't seen him wrestle though. Now that I think about it, I have not seen him wrestle, but because of the fact that he is literally the embodiment of Randy Orton, I'm going to go with Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two. Next up, we got Naomi doing some of the best heel work in the business. I'm going to say that it's debatable. 50-50 for Naomi for sure. Natalia, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Nathan Frazier, I'd say he's better than Axiom for sure, but I'm going to put him in debatable as well because he's part of a tag team. We haven't really seen him shine as a solo wrestler. Nia Jax, I'd say with ease. She just got to jump on the gorilla a few times with her butt and then boom. Boom, you know, the gorilla's done. Nick Aldis, he's a pussy, guys. He's a pussy. I mean, he didn't even fight Randy Orton at WrestleMania 41, which is what I wanted. So, because of that, I'm going to say Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two, only because if you seen what he looked like, his build in the indies, you'd be like, holy crap, no way he was that big. So I'm gonna say Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two. Nikki Cross, Dunzo. Nikita Leone's 2017 Girl Hawkins, holy crap. Obafemi, ooh, I'm gonna say most likely will. Obafemi, he most likely will. Like, I see him once he's called up to the main roster, he's not losing. He's going to be like Jacob Fatu 2.0, I feel like. But, like, as an NXT superstar right now, I don't think it's fair to put NXT superstars above most likely will. Omos, Dunzo, but because he's strong and because he's tall, he at least took a hit or two. I don't know where that guy is. I don't know where he is. This guy, who's also apparently in Dark State, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Otis, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Pat McAfee. I'm going to say Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two because he did put up a fight against Gunther. Now, granted, Michael Cole did get involved in that fight in some way, shape, or form, but Pat McAfee, he has those legs. He was a punter back in the day. He could definitely wrestle, and, you know, he definitely put on a fight against Gunther, so whether you like it or not. He's Dunzo, but he's going to take a hit or two. Paul Heyman, he's 2017 Girl Hawkins, right? Even if he gets in the gorilla's head with his promo work, the gorilla's just going to one-tap him. Big time. Big time. Triple H can't really go anymore, so I'm going to go with 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Penta, he hasn't lost cleanly yet. It's definitely debatable. Pete Dunne is 2017 Kurt Hawkins level for sure. Piper Niven, same with her, 2017 Kurt Hawkins there. Actually, no, Dunzo, but because she's beefy. Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two, you know. R-Truth, my boy. Maybe he could make the gorilla break character. He's still going to lose. Randy Orton, on the other hand, I'm going to say most likely will. I'm not going to say with ease, only for the fact that, you know, the gorilla could take advantage of Randy Orton's back injury or something like that to kind of get the upper hand. Yeah, and just because of the fact that Randy Orton got that back injury, which the gorilla could definitely take advantage of. I'm going to put him most likely will, but there's a chance that the gorilla does win there. Raquel Rodriguez, just because she's part of the tag team champion. I'm gonna go with Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two. She better pray. She better pray that Liv Morgan shows up to help her out, because she's not gonna survive on her own. Rey Mysterio, very, very small. He could just like duck, dodge, go through the gorilla's legs, do all that stuff. I'm gonna say most likely will, because he's also strong. He's small and strong, so he could literally dodge all the attacks and deal a lot of damage. So I'm going to say most likely will for Rey Mysterio here. Rhea Ripley, the obvious with ease, you know. Next up, we got Ricky Starks, current NXT North American champion, if I'm not mistaken. Because of that, I'm going to give him a low chance. Final boss, The Rock, with ease, with ease. I mean, he could just use his TKO powers to snap the gorilla out of existence, or make the gorilla tap out, or he could literally do whatever he wants. He's literally the god of the WWE. He is the one above all, you know, from Marvel. But in WWE, he could make the gorilla just freaking die. He's not losing. He's not losing. Roman Reigns, he's not freaking losing. It's Roman Reigns, you know? It's Roman Reigns. He's not losing. He's on par with John Cena. He beat John Cena. Hell, he beat John Cena. Next up, we got Roxanne Perez. Has anyone else, like, whenever she wrestles, she, like, screams really loud when she, like, jumps on top of them? Which makes me believe that that will irritate the gorilla's ears. So much so that there's definitely a low chance she wins. Sami Zayn, incredible worker here. I'm gonna go with most likely will, just because he beat Kevin Owens, and there is a chance that he might lose, because I don't really like. It's hard to say about Sami Zayn. Like, he's a good wrestler. He beat Kevin Owens, so he most likely will beat the gorilla as well, but like, there's also that chance. Santos Escobar is 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Scarlett, 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Seth Rollins, the top heel in the business, I'd say at the moment. He's going in with ease. He could just dance around the gorilla, make the gorilla confused, hit with a few stomps here and there, maybe even a knee, and boom, you know, he wins. Next up, we got Shawn Michaels. This is current day Shawn Michaels, so I'm gonna say 2017 Kurt Hawkins. All the gorilla has to do is take off Shawn Michaels' hat and show that he's balding, and boom, kick him right in the lazy eye. You feel me? Just like that, Shawn Michaels is done though. Shawn Spears, he's 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Shayna Baszler, she got released, and she's 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Sheamus, on the other hand, I'm going to say it's debatable for Sheamus. He could definitely win. It's like, Sheamus is one of those guys where, like, you really don't know if he's going to win or lose that match, you know? We know it's going to be a banger, but we don't know, like, if he's going to look like the strongest guy in the world, or, like, the weakest guy in the world. Like, you have no idea with Sheamus. So I'm going to put him in debatable. Shinsuke Nakamura. He was one of the worst United States champions of our modern era. I'm gonna say very low chance, but because he has that mist and he could spray it in the gorilla's eye, there's a chance that it might get in the gorilla's eye, and Shinsuke could finish him off with a Kinshasa, but like, low chance. Shotzi, she got released, but 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Sol Ruka, the current women's NXT North American champion, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna say Dunzo, but at least took a hit or two. Solo Sikoa, this guy, he lost against Cody Rhodes, which, fair enough, it's Cody Rhodes. He did give Cody Rhodes a run for his money for sure. He did pin Cody Rhodes at Backlash last year. Because of that, I'm going to say debatable. Stephanie Vacquer, very most likely will. I really am going to say that. I feel like she has a very good chance at winning this. Tamatonga, Dunzo. He's Dunzo. He's a jobber. Tatum Paxley, I'm going to go with Dunzo, but she's definitely going to take a hit or two, especially if, you know, someone abandons her. Maybe if that gorilla was once her friend and he abandoned her or something like that, then it's a different story. Tiffany Stratton, with ease. Tommaso Ciampa, I'm going to go with low chance. He's better than Johnny Gargano, and because of that, there is a low chance that he might pull off the win, but like, maybe if that gorilla shaves his beard or something like that, it's over for the gorilla, you know? It's over for the gorilla. But if the gorilla plays it smart, more likely than not, he's gonna lose that one big time, you know. Tonga Loa, the infamous Tonga Loa, obviously with E. He's 2017 Kurt Hawkins, if I've ever seen one. He'd probably botch his way to a loss right there. Tony D'Angelo, I did not watch a single wrestling match from this guy, believe it or not, but I know he's pretty pushed in NXT, so I'm gonna say there's a low chance if his family's involved in some way, shape, or form. Trick Williams, I'm gonna say debatable. He's kind of overpushed in my opinion. Tyler Bate, 2017 Kurt Hawkins for Uncle Howdy. I'm going to say low chance because he's the leader of the Wyatt Six, but like, we really haven't seen much of him, so I can't go above a low chance. But again, he could do some crazy shit to pull a win off there for sure. Valhalla, I don't even know if she's still employed. 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Wade Barrett, my boy, you were scared to go in the ring and confront Gunther about beating up on your friends, so I'm going to go with 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Wesley, he's 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Xavier Woods, I'd say there is a low chance. Next up, we got Zelina Vega, the current Women's United States Champion. I'm going to say there is a low chance. Zoe Stark, yeah, she's not winning anytime soon with that knee, so I'm going to go with 2017 Kurt Hawkins. Now we have Rey Fenix here. I'm going to go with debatable, but definitely less debatable than like Penta. More like 70-30 rather than 50-50 because... And it seems like they don't have him on here, but if I were a betting man, Rusev would probably be in a low chance just because we've only seen him beat on the Alpha Academy. And as for Aleister Black, I'd say it's more so debatable. He's like up there with Carmelo Hayes. They're having a good feud right now, so I'd put Aleister Black debatable. That's going to be the entire video. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.